This is Pro Series Off Topic.
Welcome back to Pro Series Off Topic. This topic is episode 22, and this whole episode will be about the perfect image on social media that we are all trying to strive for, and what society put into our brains that we have to post. This being based off of the that I posted on social this week, and kind of my topic. If you read my that's all I wanted to pull off topic epic on it of me just talking about the perfect image. I had a recording this week for the Pro Series coming in mid October. It was a digital strategist up in New York, and we kind of talked about he was trying to humanize a brand, mostly in the real estate market, but he does really every profession, but he specializes in real estate, and how he is trying to move people out of that perfect image thing. Or even if he said, a lot of mistakes with real estate agents are they'll post a picture of the house and it just says sold. Has nothing to do with the real estate agent. Just there's no image of the agent there. So what is that doing to your brand? Dive. So look forward to that episode. Even if you're not a real estate agent, this is a great episode to listen to. If you're trying to grow your brand on social media. I know a lot of people, especially in the corporate world, hate hearing building your brand because it's something that is kind of thrown in your face all the time. Classes that you take, different seminars you have to listen to of building your brand. Building your brand is really just what you're known for. No matter what business you are in or where you're life, you are always building your brand. It's just what life is. You're building your reputation. You're building your trust in other people. It's what people look at you as, and that's what this guy does for social media. And we kind of talk about that perfect image. When it comes to design, I'm going to design specifically because that's what I know the most of. When you watch an HGTV show, imagine them making the show, and then show they never show the before, show the process into it. How entertaining would it be? Because that's not what they do. Entertainment at all. Why are we making our social media only after? I think in interior design, you have a goal of content. In that the moment your customers, selection day, drawings and renderings, meetings after on-site meetings, progress photos, and then photos. You could do photos. You could do so much, but we're only the perfect outcome photo. And one problem I see, and I know when I talk to other interior designers, is they want perfect image, but by the time where they can get that perfect image, job's done, they moved on to the next job because they're easy to get that photo. So that's kind of about, and we kind of talk about in this past week's pro series about who's. Quentin always says he puts a reminder in his phone about getting the review of the client. And why don't you put a reminder in your phone to get the review, but also go to the house and get house things? That's something horrible at. I just always forgot because again, the next job's on 10 jobs at a time, and very easy to that. So this whole thing, you'll know it when it comes out. This episode comes out. We talk, but forget about a perfect image. That bad, and post all the stuff in between. You'll be surprised about how much that stuff in between will relate to more, and you get engagement. You'll get more you'll just get overall more look in your file, and that's all you want. You might think, oh, that's not going to look good on my, just looking on your just going to look messy. There's still ways to make it look nice. If you look on my profile, I do a 3-post week, and you'll grid Instagram's a grid. So like I always tell people, post 3 days a week. If you post 3 days a week, go ahead and look at the file. I have it very in organ. So 3 posts, they line up with each other, meaning those post a random post and then off. But they look at this each week. So the pro series all look the same. The random post goes in this family of look, usually just a picture, and then the top looks the same. It's the same template, just different inside of it. So it looks nice and clean when you go on your account. I do believe in making your profile look good and clean, so I do understand that, and I think that goes a long way. You have to almost like having a messy. No one's going to want to use it. No one's going to want to do anything with it. So still do that. Don't forget that. Does not have to be perfect, but your content needs to be more relatable. You need to humanize your account. I know we talked about this on the Pro Series before with the manager, specifically interior. You don't want your account to look like a Pottery Barn account, because if it's just looking like the photos, prospective client that goes on there, and please know that your people now are going to look at you, see who you are before they hire you. Just the way our society is now. I do that too. I look them up. I look up their website as well. Usually it's mostly just social media, because I feel like that's update up product. I think a lot of sites in our business kind of go to the side, almost like a plan B. They'll update it when they have time, and usually don't have time. But media is the new way to show your product, show off to your future clientele, and tell now what you can do. It could be inspirational, whatever it is. People are going on your media first. So you someone that being months perfect picture. So you're maybe once. That is no good. It looks like busy, when in reality you are busy to post. Just one day, just schedule them all out. Think about what you want. If it's selection day, post the pictures of just you picking with your customer. If your customer does not want to be in the content, that's fine. You could still post the selections with maybe you picking them out, or you putting them on a table, or you working rendering. Picture of you night. Everybody does late nights, trying to get caught up on all their work. Do that. It makes you relatable with not just your clientele, but designers in other areas of the world. And it gives you more engagement. It that gives you more credit. You forget about that perfect image. That's all I have for that subject. I didn't too far in, because I do have an episode coming out in later October. Look to that. But music week. I went to McCollum last night at Morris UPMC Event Center. That was the first time I ever went to that venue. I'm not a fan of that. I did like parking situation. Pretty cool. There with the in and out. There's traffic at all. That was awesome, because that's not heard of after a concert. The venue itself was small, which I knew, and obviously it's Robert didn't think something huge, but the seats were, but I'm sitting and your knees are like the next seat, so it's very, very, very uncomfortable when you're. Thank God, and you're standing at the time, but take I don't know, but they did not think about the average person sitting in a seat. And I've never to you know, whatever you want to, like a micro or row, add like not bleachers, like if you feel the arena seats, but with no cushion. They're I've never been inside one that had that. I guess I went to IEP, the center, and that been so nice. For those a micro. I guess I'm comparing that. Overall, it was a great. I forget who the main the first opener was. Or kind of got the end of it, but the main opener was Jackson Dean. He was didn't know a lot of his music. He was like the first opener. You do, majority of maybe 90% throw in a to kind of get the audience hyped up, because for the most part, the audience, unless they're a diehard fan, they only know one or two of your songs. I was with Jackson. Two of his songs, the two hits that he has, great. But oh no, I would have hoped for a cup there to kind of just hyped up. Um, but Parker McCollum was he had a great huge fan of his, so I knew all his music. He was really good, entertaining. Just definitely see him again. And advise anybody to go see him. Great artist. And great entertainer. Let's get into the new music this week. Osborne came home, and yet to listen thing, but I know if it sounds something like nobody or any of those other songs he released. I'm a fan of Brothers Born. I actually saw them live right when they were like coming out. They were in the county. I was in college and I went to. I think it was like a rainy day. Horrible. They were so good. It was kind of cool to see there to what they are now. Next up is Nate came out with his cover of Sing Cars, old song from today. He kind of teased this all on TikTok, and I don't he teased it and said that he was trying to the attention of fans if he had got enough attention to release it, but whatever happened, he released it. And check that out. It's with a right now. I think Luke Combs kind of started the whole cover and fast car, and people might be doing that now. But Dan and Shay came out with their highly anticipated houses. I'm a big fan of Dan and Shay. Hometown. I always wanted to support them. They have good songs on the album. The album is very leans a lot more country, which I love. I love the sound. I love the production. Overall, whole album. My only issue is my favorite thing about country for the majority is the storytelling, and or talk about different projects. I'm gonna go that do that very well. Tim McGraw, Garth Brooks, Carrie Underwood, George Strait, Travis, Randy Travis. Artists talk about like all their songs. If you look at their catalog, they don't really have one subject that they're singing about. It's very obvious that they try to write about all kinds of different subjects. And here I am looking at the MediaBase chart in the top 10 songs. And they're all about one subject, pretty much. All about a loved one or getting a loved one or something about love. And Dan and Shay, maybe that's just they want to be seen as maybe just the artist about love. They do have the song "Bigger Houses" album. Love. You need to go listen to that song. It is storytelling songs about comparing your life and always wanting more. So that's my favorite song on that album song of the year if they release it as a single. But this album is just love, which I get it. They're in love. They have you're married and everything, but I'm hearing about all kinds of subjects of life, because that's what at the core of core music really is, just talking about all kinds of subjects in life. So that's the little thing about the album. Over sound and production of it is the best that they ever released. I have to say that. It's all the fans that say they're not country, go ahead, listen to this album and tell me that. Um, Next up, Dustin Lynch. He with, I don't know if is this song. No, his new album comes out September 29th. It's called "Killed the Cowboy," but he came out with another song this week, Chevrolet with Jelly Roll. It's a very catchy song. It's based off of the "Follow Me," "Drift Away" by the Doobie Gray, and then later on covered by Uncle Cracker, which most of us know by. It's with that tune. It's kind of like the Cole Swindell, Carolina Tales California type of thing. It's just a tune, or Jake Owen most recently on the boat again for Road Again with Willie Nelson. So they're sampling the song. It's catchy. I think it's going to do very well. It has Jelly Roll on it, so it's obviously going to do. But check that out. High Valley just came out with a new song called Small Town Something. I like this band. I think underrated. I believe they're from Canada. But they just have some really cool songs, upbeat country songs, which I love. Breland is another song called Cracks. Breland's a artist that I wish just got his break on like a song. He has so many amazing songs and just music, and I just hope he gets that number one, gets the recognition, because he is an insane he's an insane songwriter. I just can't wait for him to off like that. David J, you might know if he's in the Nashville TikTok house. He released his cover of Heartbroken. It's a more slowed down version of the Diplo Jesse. Is it Jesse? But it's a slowed down version of that song. But he kind of teased on TikTok. Check that out. And then lastly, Maren Morris came out with I don't know if it's going to be like a short EP, but it's like only like 2 songs. It's called The Bridge. I watched the music video. I listened to the song, and she's leaving country music. Maybe the music will grow. I don't know. I think the songs itself, it pushing a subject. It just seemed pushy to me instead of a song. But do well with me. Let's see how it goes. It's not doing the best. Apple and all those charts. I don't know if what that's going to do. Maybe releasing these songs and then going off on into pop radio. Well, I think is a good move for her. Just past year, everything happening. I always felt like she was going to do that anyways. After that, I think she got a good taste of the freedom that she could do. I think she just was gonna pull kind of a Taylor Swift type of deal. I've seen her live many times. She's incredible live. But I hope she finds what she wants and enjoys it. But right now, this music isn't doing it for me. But we'll see. We'll see what her pop music goes into and what it sounds like, and we'll go from there. But let's get your music media base. At number 5 is Parmalee, Girl in. Dean, Try That in a Small Town. Number 3, Lainey Wilson, Watermelon Moon, with like just is dominating the chart. The fast to number 1 is number 1 the next 2 weeks. Number 2, Bailey Zimmerman, Religiously. He's also in the charts, and just in general, he's on tour with Morgan Wallen, which obviously I think is helping him, but he's also an amazing artist, and songwriter, and it's crazy that he just started singing in 2020, and now he's had about to have 2 or 3 #1 country songs. It's insane. And number one, Thomas Rhett with Angels. That's a song that I, j- I know it was on the chart released for a while, but it just never. I don't know. I just never listened to it until now because I'm hearing it on country radio a lot because it's #1 on country radio. But it's a good song. I felt like Thomas Rhett was taking a break, but he did have some new music out that I guess, was not paying attention to. I'm a fan of Thomas Rhett live a couple times. He's a good artist, and good for him for this song. This is a good song and well written song and good meaning song. So bravo to him. That's all this week. Stay tuned for another podcast that will be coming out tomorrow day. And stay tuned for more info on Pro Series podcast. I hope you have a great rest of the week.